Richard Nikoley here, freetheanimal.com. Now I'm trying to adjust the video here. It's sitting on the craziest thing on the tripod and I'm standing, but behind me, I don't know if you can make it out, the signs are pretty bright. I chose this as the backdrop because right behind me there is Tahitian Queen. Now, when I first came to Pattaya with the ship at anchor right out there, USS Reeves, this was about the farthest thing north. And now, if you can see it, I'm not going to move the camera, but if you can see, there's like tons of stuff all the way up and around, and high-rise condos and everything. This was a quaint place, and between here and there is Big Corp after Big Corp. There's a McDonald's sign, there's a Hooters, there's a Burger King, there's a Sizzlers, everything. You know, back then, and as I explained in my last video about the budget travel, back then it was pretty cool. It was all, you know, I mean, think of it this way, a mom and pop small, you know, go-go bar. You know, now they're big money. You know, something is popular and big money moves in, super high overhead, super high rents, price everybody out of the market except the big corporations. I'm well aware it's a double-edged sword. You know, I know it lifts all boats and people have better and steadier jobs, maybe even with some benefits. So, you know, I'm not anti like that, but it's like, God, it's like everything that's really cool eventually gets corporatized, you know. Good with the bad, I guess. Not gonna rag on it too much. Anyway, this was a crazy cool place back then. What I'm gonna show you is I shot a lot of footage last night down at Walking Street, which you'll see. I go through there a bit, and it's all like the big go-go bars. You see some, you know, big places with lights. Back then, it was like these beer halls, so big with the beer stations, you know, square, oval, whatever. And then there's typically a boxing ring in the middle where they do, you know, exhibitions of Muay Thai boxing, and plus other spectacles. Like one of my favorites was the Cobra and Mongoose one, and pretty interesting. They also have They also had pirated movies back then. I remember the Rocky where Apollo gets killed by the Russian guy. I saw that down. It wasn't even called Walking Street down then, but I saw it was pirated. You know, the video is crap and the sound is crap, but pretty cool. Now it's different, but now it's just totally corporate, and it's for tourists. Expensive as hell, big rip-off, everything. Then I walked forever last night. I walked over 10 kilometers. I did the whole thing by foot after a 9.5 hour trip to get here for $50. Plane bus. And I explained that in the last video. So I walk all the way from Walking Street up to Soy Six. Gotta be a good 3 to 4 kilometers just there. And Soy Six is infamous. I explain it as I'm walking down, shooting some footage about it. It's a quite different place. Each little bar has a staircase, and they lead to rooms. So it's on site, short times. I'll explain it in the minute. Then I walk up the street, the next street up, walk all the way back down to a district called Soy Buakhao, which is like a few blocks of thing, and that's a fun place. That's the place, you know, the tourists go to Walking Street, and the guys who need it might go to Soy Six, you know, now and then something. And but then Buakhao is the one. There's an area of go-go bars, and then there's an area of beer bars. Lots of people. The talent is decidedly nicer, sweeter, no pressure. Sit down and talk. There's not music just blaring all over the place. There's some live music bars, so but you can find easily a place that's a little more quiet. I'm going back there actually after this to shoot a little more footage, because it's a big place, and then I'll mash this all up later. But stick around for the real meat, you know, because I'm done yak yak, as Thai girls say. So Richard Nikoley, freetheanimal.com. Please subscribe and watch all the videos, because I need to get the watch hours up so I hit monetization. And thanks for watching. And I'll get to now we're going into the footage, so you get to see a lot of the stuff I've just talked about. All right, here we go. Well, here I am, and there is the famous Pattaya walking street. I'll take a few shots as I walk down. Nothing like it when I was nothing like when I was running around in here. Still quite a few places closed because of the insanity of COVID, but it shows plenty of signs of coming back to life. So we'll see. Sky Paul. Now this is a piece of history. It used to be called the Carousel Bar. In the late 80s, I spent endless hours here. Now I was here in February 2020, and I walked down here and found it was, the whole thing was lively and different. As you can see, it's dead. The one with some customers in it doesn't have any, but this place was just wild and great. But of course, you know, we're still kind of in, you know, just after COVID sort of thing. I'm looking around, and you know, the girl quality is not quite there yet. So, but like I said, showing signs of coming back. But, you know, it's not that I care that much. I mean, I lived over in Jomtien, just 3 kilometers away for 3 months, and I never came down here. Anyway, well, plus most stuff was closed back then anyway. All right, just a little bonus footage here as I head down to the next shoot location to do the intro of all this footage. We're in one of these little bus transportation things. Cheap, 10 baht. You just get on and ring the bell when you want to get off. So we're at Soy 8 right now. I'm headed to Soy 12. I walked it last night. Anyway. So just giving you a little added taste of Pattaya here. That's the police station behind us. I've been there before to pay a no helmet fine. Here we are at the famous or infamous Soy Six. Now, this is quite a different place, and it's still suffering from COVID. A lot of places still closed, but now not here up at the top, but the farther you go down, there is more of a, I've explained in other videos how, I can film anywhere. Yeah, whatever. But it's funny, you know, I'm walking down the street, camera, the girls are like, no, fuck off. You're no prize anyway. What do you think, I'm going to put it up and make $1 million with it and not share any? That's what they think, because they're delusional. Anyway. You'll just have to look out at the periphery. I don't want to, but anyway, you go in these places, you'll see a stairway in each of them at the farther you, for the rest of the way down, basically. And the girls that you see are here to do short times in the rooms upstairs. Now, that is, you rent the room for $500, which is $15 from the bar, and then whatever you give her after an hour. That's how they avoid the prostitution laws. There's nothing up front, there's no demand. But 1,000 baht is suggested, which is $30. Pretty interesting. Alright, it's all much of the same, but you've got the idea here. Alright, Soy Six, Pattaya. It's more of a kind of a real prostitution thing, as opposed to the other way that I've already explained in videos. Now this is different than Walking Street. Walking Street is basically for tourists now, and it sucked. This is what's called the Cacao Region, and it's quite large, lots of different streets. When I lived in Jomtien near Pattaya, I came up here once, but I just saw a piece of it. This place is huge, but this is where the people who live here go, predominantly. And there's many streets. One area of it is pretty much all go-go bars. I prefer this. It's more chill, and it's just the you know, kind of just bars, outdoor, pool tables, girls, of course. Live bands. And it just has a different vibe. The vibe is, we live here. This is our place. Here's a guy with an iguana. Sexy lady. So, pretty fun place. You can just sit down and have whatever you're drinking and you know, people watch or whatever. So here we are. Start off with a little food. Now this, we're in Buakhao still, and this is just a different block. This is the Go-Go Bar block. Instead of the last night, yeah, I'm back to shoot some more footage. And so I'm shooting most of them are Go-Go bars. But you go in, it's nice, air conditioned, and there's scantily clad girls dancing, you know, pole bar dancing kind of stuff. And they're quite bright and shiny, as you can see. Do a little bit here. Sluts. But it's a decent place to sit and have some eye candy and sip on the beverage of your choice. And it goes like basically a half a block sort of thing. There still are some beer bars, but they're a little bit more sparse. It's mostly go-go bars. So, actually pretty nice. Although I prefer the other block that's mostly just outdoor beer bars, some with the live music and stuff. All right.